Thanks.
Woo, we are live. Welcome to What's Up Wednesday.
Welcome, welcome. It's not the usual combo, is it?
Nope.
It's me and Rob this time. I've
Woo
swapped
woo.
with Perla. Woo-hoo. I seem to be the one that gets swapped around the most, Rob. I don't know if you've noticed.
Yeah, that's actually
I
true.
feel a little
That's really cool.
disposable.
No, you're definitely not disposable. You're much needed and much loved.
Mm, thank you. It's just funny. Yeah, how are we all doing? Nobody quite yet. Um,
Yeah, nobody. We don't even have a viewer yet. I don't think. Maybe I'm wrong.
yeah. If you are there, we don't know. Could you tell us?
Say
And
hi.
if
Don't be
you're not,
shy.
yeah, say hi, don't be shy. And if you're not, could you please get on quickly? Or else Rob and I
Or else.
can continue our conversation about nightmares.
I bet you that might get some interesting
Oh, there's
reactions.
somebody. I was saying to Rob, somehow we got on the topic of steep roads, and I have a recurring nightmare about driving up a very steep hill and not having the kind of car that can handle that.
Ooh,
Ooh, two
here's an
folks. Go ahead.
Here's an interesting fact about so like when you have the nightmare of like either like falling or like and you jump up and wake up, it
Yeah.
was actually your body it was your brain thinking that your body was dying, so it gave it a shot of adrenaline, and then you have that nightmare and you're like up in bed and you're like, whoa, that's like a biological failsafe, which is pretty interesting.
Wait, you mean that like crazy jolt, like when you're but what about the jolt when you're falling asleep? You know, when you're like three-quarters of the way asleep, and sometimes your body does that crazy twitch.
Same
Is that
thing.
same thing?
Well, it's like so like what happens is like in those moments, your all your muscles are starting to relax. And then too many muscles start to relax and your body's like, uh-oh. And so it kind of shoots the adrenaline to wake you up, and it's pretty fascinating. Hi Nicole, Ashley. I
Oh,
don't know.
hi, Ashley. Yes, that's probably why we were talking about hills. Well, you're right. It wasn't a Cohoes hill; it was a Troy hill, which are even more savage, I would suggest. But that's so crazy. Um,
It is crazy. It blows my mind.
that's just funny because I'm just thinking of times when Dan has been beside me and done that. Like now I can think, ah, haha, Dan, you thought you were dying, but you weren't.
You could say that. Although it might be a little frightening when you first wake up.
Silly buddy, he's still alive. Oh, that's so funny.
That's good.
That's
I
a
needed
crazy
that one.
sensation though when you're like, ah, almost asleep, and then.
Yeah, yeah. It
All
feels like
right,
lightning hits you.
it does. Well, hopefully, I'll never know what that actually feels like. So,
I know, right? Let me
okay, we got three people and a thumbs up.
woo woo.
Thank you for the positive review already. If that's you,
We should start
who else? Oh,
the
four. Oh yeah, let's do.
welcome
Let's
video.
tell people what's going on.
I almost forgot where it was.
We could probably do it ourselves, Rob, if we didn't have it. We could replay it. All right, go ahead.
Yo! What's up? What's up? What's
Always the best intro.
It is. Those old ladies starting us off. I actually was paying attention to it this time. I didn't ever see. Normally, I just watch it. I don't really read it. And it says, "Get challenged." That's one of the things we're supposed to do. Take action. Have a laugh. That's the easy bit. But Rob, we got to make sure we challenge people tonight.
Yes, we must.
Get ready for the challenge.
Yeah, better Better get ready.
Better get ready. We got our
Put them seatbelts on.
our giant headphones on.
Yeah, and giant headphones.
Prepare for a ride. All right, Ashley, you're the only person who told us you were here.
We appreciate it.
We appreciate it. Is anybody else here? So we just want to say hi and see how you're doing. If you're totally new, this is What's Up Wednesday, as you just saw that little teaser for it. And this is where our church family pauses in the middle of the week to hang out for 30 minutes and pray for each other, make jokes, sometimes at the expense of each other, and check in with how we're doing. And Rob and I are hosting it, so you're in our capable hands.
Yes.
How is your week going? Oh no, we lost a viewer.
No.
Let's say it's bad internet connection.
That makes sense. That's like a strong possibility.
It happens a lot, Cahos, if you're on Spectrum internet. Ashley, how are you? There's a cold going around, and I kind of have it.
Oh no.
But we'll see.
I could pray healing for you at the end if you want, Susannah.
That would be great. Yeah, Brittany prayed for me on Monday as well because I didn't feel good. But some colds like wipe me out, and some colds I wipe out. Okay. Oh, your booster. Oh, yeah. That thing took me out as well.
Oh yeah, me too. It was bad. I was like, always fun.
Have you been able to stay home today, Ashley, or have you just powered through? Also, go ahead, Rob.
I was going to say, I feel like Ashley has been like, she always powers through. And I always really respected that. And Ashley's strong for sure.
Yeah, she is. I think okay. I was going to ask, are we doing boosters every like fall, winter season now?
That's the question. I wonder if that's
is
the
it like
thing.
a flu shot now? Is that? I mean, that's what they anticipated, but I wondered if I should be looking into a booster as well. I don't know. I haven't heard anything. Yeah.
I had to get my flu shot. That's going to be fun.
Okay, so you didn't go into work, but you got a lot of other stuff done. Yep.
Yeah, that still counts. Still counts.
Bringing my car to the garage, I have done that 4 times this month to try to get it to pass inspection.
Oh.
And they can't figure out. There's like a little thing wrong, and they can't quite put their finger on it. So I keep getting passed to different people.
Oh no, that sounds frustrating.
That takes powering through, doesn't it?
It's those little things that just compound, and you're like at a point where you're like, oh man, I can't handle anymore. And that's when you need Jesus real bad.
That's when you're adulting and you're like, I feel like it comes and goes in waves though, doesn't it? It's like suddenly all the things need to be updated, and then you can kind of ignore it for a while. Then you're like, oh my gosh, I have to deal with all this stuff. That's how at least it works for me. Well done, Ashley, being productive anyway. Getting on the bus, clearing up the house. Yeah, the booster, though, didn't touch Dan. It took me out.
Really? Mm-hmm. Wow. Oh, yeah, it took me out, too.
The first shot was fine. Second shot, bad. Booster, bad.
Samesies.
Yeah. But it came on really quickly, and it left really quickly.
True.
Yeah. About 36 hours.
Yeah, I think that's about how badly I felt. It was like that time. So it didn't last. I was so thankful.
Yes, I know. All right. Anybody else? How was your week? Maybe we're one of the eyes, Rob.
That's possible too.
It could be Dan. Dan, are you on here?
Is Dan in the next room just chilling?
Ashley, is your car okay though? Or is it just a standard procedure of some sort? Yeah, Dan is in the next room, but I know that he's still working on something. So, the conference this weekend. We can talk about that for a little bit. Have you been? Have you been? Are you able to travel to the future, Rob?
Not yet. I wish.
I know you have some special powers. Are you going? Let's put it in the right tense.
Yeah.
Are you going
Yeah.
to the conference?
Mhm.
Yes. Nice. Me too. I'm very
Nice.
excited.
Yeah, I'm super stoked about it too. It's gonna be sick.
Me too. Yeah. Are you able to go Friday and Saturday as well?
hmm I like that there's a break. Like, yeah. I think if it was like all day Friday, all day Saturday, all day Sunday, I would have been like, that would have been a little
Overconfident.
challenging for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's nice because you have the break of the night and then a midday break and then the evening free and then back on Sunday. A new condenser, 2-month ordeal. Yeah, ordeal is a good word for it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the rotors.
Oh no.
They catch up with you, I'll tell you that. We had our rotors replaced last year, I think. Ugh. My sympathies, my friend.
Same. Yeah, I'll be praying for you, Ashley.
Yeah. Oh, nice. Bonfire at your house Saturday night. Yeah. When I realized I was not a young adult anymore today, I was like, ugh. It's definitely true. But that was one of those moments where you're like, okay.
Does young adult is that like under 25? I think that's what I assumed it was.
In my mind, it's like 18 to 30, that kind of bracket. But it
That
kind of
makes
depends
sense.
on like the season in life you're in as well. If you're like young adulting or if you're like parenting or doing something else, you know. I don't know,
Yeah.
Ashley. How would you you're like the young adult guru? Um, is that the right word? The master. She's always doing cool stuff with the young adult vineyards. Um, young adult, 18 to 30. Yeah. All I know is I'm past it now.
Yeah,
With
me
this one.
too. 34. Well, I'll be 34 in December.
Oh, you and I are similar age then. I'll be 34 next year.
Woo,
Wow.
nice.
This is on the internet now, Rob. We're
All
on
right, we
cast.
can't take it back.
Oh, a third person. Who's there? Who's there? Who's there?
Let us know you're
Um,
here.
oh, but yeah, Bonfire sounds like a great time. I really hope it doesn't rain and you guys can have fun. Have fun all night.
Saturday night.
Saturday night. How's your fall going, Rob? Are you enjoying this change in the weather?
For the most part, yeah. The rain kind of throws me through a little bit of a loop, but other than that, it's really not too bad. So I'm very happy about that.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel like I don't remember this much rain or this much frequent rain
Right?
around here, but oh, okay, hold on. According to the new leader of the Northwest Young Adult Vineyard Young Adult, 22 to 35/40, as you don't have other places to plug in. So no college group or family married. Oh, I have to ask you this weekend. All right, or Bob. Bob. I'm all over the place tonight. Do you ever get called Bob? Because it could be Bob, right?
Yeah, yeah.
What if
A
you were
couple people
Bobby?
do. Yeah.
Bobby, why?
My dad's called Bobby Y, and then usually
Okay.
most of my close friends call me Robbie. But I don't mind either or. It's all good. I'm
How
not
about
too.
Robert, though? I'm guessing that's off
It's
limits.
okay. It's I. Like if I'm being referred to on a like a formal basis, Robert's fine. But
Mm-hmm.
if it's like close friends, it's like no,
Mm,
you could call me like Rob or Robbie,
Robert.
shorthand.
Okay.
It just sounds serious.
Yeah, your host, Robert and Susannah, for What's Up Wednesday. I think that has a nice ring to it.
It's not that
So,
bad.
this is totally a Rob setting, isn't it? Okay. Bobbert. There's
Robert's
always
also
Bobbert.
accurate. Yeah.
Gotta put that on
Only
display.
one person has called me that.
Did they live to tell the tale?
Yes. They're still alive.
Yeah, Robert lends itself to nicknames, as does Susanna. I have like probably 30 variations I've heard in my lifetime.
What's your favorite?
Hmm. So I liked. So my best friends growing up. My best friend growing up, her brother used to call me Spoozy Watson. It was random, but it always made me smile. And then I have an uncle who calls me Xana, and
That's pretty cool.
an aunt who calls me Suzuki, and I always like those two,
Oh,
Suzuki
Suzuki,
and
that's
Xana.
good.
Yeah. Um, okay, but young adults. So right, it just kind of depends on who's talking about it.
It's very subjective, huh?
It's very
Interesting.
subjective. 22 is pretty old for a young adult, but I guess it means like you're not in college anymore, so you're kind of past college, but not into like marriage parenting mode. Um, yeah, we'll ask her this weekend. That could be a fun conversation. Oh, hi,
Hey, bro.
April. Welcome, welcome. How are you doing? We were just defining what a young adult is, and apparently it depends who you ask. But I, in good
Sure.
conscience, can't put myself in that category. I don't think. And according to this woman, I wouldn't be anyway. So, oof. You're hanging in there. Well done. Yeah, I knew April was going to say that. I think you're going to be an eternal young adult. It's a mindset, isn't it?
Oh, definitely mindset.
Uh. All right. Should we show the video, Rob?
Yes, I can do that.
Now that we have an audience of 3, it's worth it.
Tis worth it.
I haven't seen it yet, so I'm always excited.
Me too.
For another adventure. Absolutely free stations about Americans and our love for guns.
Go on. You can't just like take one person.
It doesn't leave the house. Exactly. So
Get out.
here we are. Check out.
Incredibly chaotic.
Shut up.
Can't be done. Thank you, Lord. Office or something. You know about
All the way on the bottom.
hot takes. That's hot takes.
Took me a while to realize that we were watching like a montage of all the best bits. That was a walk down memory lane.
It sure was.
I think that one of Tim, what's that called? Pressing weights in the green choir robe. That was a good one, wasn't it?
I was just trying to figure out what that was called. I was like, what?
A chorister's robe. I don't know, Ashley. It looks like to me he didn't have any content for this week. So, but also it's the 50th week anniversary. So, in some ways, it was fitting to go back and remember some of the highlights of the highlight reel, basically.
That definitely was.
Hopefully it wasn't memorial because I think they're still going to happen, but yes. Oh, 50 years of What's Up Wednesdays. You haven't aged today, my dear.
50 years?
Is that how it felt like to you? It dragged. The bicentennial.
That was savage. That's so good.
What was that one with the choir robes though? I think that's my favorite. April and Ashley, do you have a favorite, or Rob? Like, do you have one that sticks out in your mind as particularly?
When Dan was trying to pull the pranks and like waited like the whole day.
Oh, for the boys in the box. Yeah, that was good. That was good.
That's an A for effort, Dan.
For sure. Yeah. I still think the strongest content is Tim and Dan out and about, just literally commenting on what's happening and like low key arguing with each other. That's what makes me laugh.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
Okay, Ashley, your list is current, but when he's on his own, it's harder. Well, Tim, where are you? Tim.
That's a really good question.
Not in the video, not in the comments. Maybe he's got stuff on Wednesday night sometimes. Yeah. Have you ever done vlogging, Rob?
Not vlogging in the traditional sense, but I've done a lot of Facebook Lives. Like a lot.
Oh, for sure. With your like church stuff, prayer, Sunday morning. Yeah.
Yeah, and then like my Facebook groups that I'm a part of still, they like do like these monthly conferences, and like the administrators have to go live every month and do like a themed like conference, and so that's always fun. I think that's where like I got my skills from, because I had to do like a lot of those, and yeah, lots of practice.
Rob, we're being asked who has bigger headphones. So do you mind just tilting forward if we go side by side? Oh, I'm so spatially challenged that I can't really figure out, okay, if I turn this way, that means my head goes that way. Whose are bigger?
Isn't that different? Yeah. Like the mirror effect.
I really struggle with that. Like driving in reverse.
It's hard. It's difficult.
It's really hard for me. Oh, the people who just put in reverse, put their hand behind the seat and just whiz back around. That gives me anxiety. Oh, I have to go really slow, and I'm constantly correcting myself. Like, wait.
That's the safest way, though. Like that's how like rushing it. That's how you get into accidents, which is.
April, you do seem like the kind of person who can reverse with ease. April just drives in reverse everywhere. April, I just picture you pulling out of your driveway or out of your street and just driving in reverse. Oh, that made me laugh. But what kind of intelligence is that? It's like knowing, it's spatial intelligence, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Or it's like I'll tell you what happened one time. My cousin, who's very good on a bike, but this is when we were younger, he was like, "Oh, you should ride your bike like this," and crossed his hands and held the handlebars like that.
Oh,
and
wow.
he was able to work out like my right hand is now on the left side, my left hand is now on the right side. And I was like, "Oh, I could do that too." Boosh. Went straight down because I just couldn't like I couldn't hold the two realities in my mind, like left side, right side. And this is the same thing with back and forth and the mirror. I just, that is a pretty cool trick, though, if you're ever
Yeah.
on your bike. I can ride my bike with no hands, so. I always pull a 3. What's a 3?
So it's a
Like-
3-point turn where it's like, so like you want to turn around, but like you stop. There's like 3 points where you stop at, and then
Back, forward, back again, or forward, back, back. Yeah.
Mhm,
Is
mhm.
that a different from a K turn?
Oh, that I don't know. I never heard a
Ask
K
us,
turn
tell us.
before.
K turn or 3 turn? I think it's a K. No, I think a K is right because you go down, forward, back, and then you're out.
Actually, yeah, that makes sense.
Who
That's the
is
first.
who's Spindle City tonight?
That's the question.
You can be yourself on here, okay? You don't have to log in. Under the church name. It's probably Johanna. Or maybe Tim. Tim would use a couple of different punctuation marks potentially. All right. Rob, we said we were going to do a challenge, so let's check in about Sunday.
Mhm.
Who was downstairs for the message on Sunday? I know I was upstairs, and I think who's on here that was also upstairs? April was down. Oh, Tim was upstairs as well. If it's Tim. What's the biggest mystery, Ashley? All right, so let's check in just briefly. Oh boy, we chatted a long time. It's 8:27. Check
Yeah, we
in
did.
briefly about the message, and maybe the challenge would be, what spoke to you, or has it moved you to action in any way?
I like Jim's stories about healing. That was really cool. Like he did. He talked about how like he he was at work and he got some coffee, and then like I think he was like, I'm not sure where. I don't know if it was the refrigerator because that wouldn't really make sense because it was hot. But like it was some like he was getting it out, and then like he hit like a ledge that was part of it that he didn't know was there, and like the coffee spilled on his hand. And so like he started praying for healing, and at first nothing worked, and then he was like, "Nope, we're gonna stay," and it eventually healed. And
Wow.
yeah, so that was really awesome to hear.
So a burn, like healing of a burn, a bad burn.
Mhm.
Ooh, wow.
When we did so like when our former pastor was here, John, we did healing on the streets, which was like we pretty
Hots.
much sent up hots, and we prayed for this guy, and he was like he asked prayer for his ears and stuff, and we prayed for him, and he could hear again, and we were like, whoa, what is crazy. It was a really awesome thing to see happen. So that was healings are real.
And it's those moments you go back to, isn't it? It might not happen every time, but you've seen it happen. It's true to who he is as well. God didn't sugarcoat what was about to happen, but made provisions for future restoration. Yeah. I need to go back and listen to it still. But I know it was about Isaiah. It was Isaiah, right?
Yeah, it was really good. Yeah, Jim absolutely knocked it out of the park.
Excellent. Well, is there any need for healing tonight we could pray into? Maybe that could be our challenge, is to do those things in prayer.
Yeah, let us know if you need prayer and
or
we'll
anything
definitely
really,
pray.
anything.
We'll
And thanks for
really
coming
try.
on, guys.
Yeah, thanks for joining us. We always appreciate you being here. Okay,
Oh
April.
no. Kasai has an ear infection. Okay. Sounds like he's coping okay, but we'll pray for him. And yeah, definitely for Ashley for a recovery from the booster.
Definitely.
All right. Should I start, Rob, and you can close?
Yeah,
I like
that sounds
saying
good.
there's two people, one's a starter, one's a closer. Lord, thank you for this time. It's Wednesday to connect with each other. Thank you for Jim's word on Sunday that was from you, and the encouragement and challenge it brought. We do pray for your healing tonight for Ashley, that her body would respond well to the booster and that she wouldn't experience any more side effects and she would have a normal day tomorrow full of strength and peace. Thank you, Jesus.
Yes. Lord, we just pray for Kasai. I pray, God, for healing, for the infection to go right now in Jesus' name, for the pain to stop, for the water to be released, if there's any buildup there. And we just pray for complete healing of his ear. And Lord, we just pray for healing for Susannah, that the cough would go, that every other symptom would just be gone. And yeah, we just pray for healing for her. In Jesus' name, amen.
Thank you. All right,
No problem.
people. 8:31.
Yep.
Thank you for joining me and Robert.
Yeah,
today.
thank you, guys.
Me and Rob. We will see some of you maybe Friday or Saturday or Sunday or at some point. Catch you online next week.
All right,
Good night,
everyone.
everyone. Sending
Good
you
night.
love.